Well, hi there K-pop fans. So many of you have been asking me to do a part 3 to this video series on K-pop groups that disbanded too soon. Or the ones that made me angry. I don't know however you want to read it. So many stories and reasons behind them all, but when it comes down to it, fans are pissed. Including myself, of course. I waited to do this video until we got the GOT7 news, if I want to be honest here. Because let's be real, those were some troubling waters and moments of anxiety for many fans. But alas, we received the word that they're still together despite the company change. So, for this video, I only just need to cover 10 groups today. Oh, Lord. But before we get started, please show your support by hitting those like and subscribe buttons for me. It helps me out here in this YouTube space. And while you're at it, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DareToBe. And thank you all so much. And now let's get on with this bitch fast. With GUGUDAN, I think what's most frustrating with them is that these ladies had a lot of potential and buzz surrounding them, since they had members coming from the very popular IOI. Things obviously didn't take off for them like they expected, but they sure did showcase their vocal talent. They took on fun concepts with Chococo reminiscent of Orange Caramel, and then tackled trendy sounds with the boots and Not That Type. They had versatility in just their 5 songs in 2 years, and we were left to wait for over 2 years before we were given the news we were all expecting, sadly. The investment was not properly put in, and GUGUDAN was over prematurely. Rude. A group that formed from the reality TV show Under 19, the group's success was hampered by this pandemic. Citing COVID-19 as the reason behind their delays, the group was forced to say goodbye and disband months later. It sucks really, because they definitely went out with a bang with Bad Guy and proved that we missed out on a great group's journey. Won the 9, more like the 19. COVID-19 ruining them. Yes, bitch, I went there. I never understood why JYP would make the winner of the first season of K-Pop Star being a duo. Jimin won the show all by herself, but she chose to go to JYP out of the big 3. People were anticipating her debut, but it seems strange to me that the direction JYP went with her. However, 15 An was still amazingly talented as expected, and the songs like Can't Hide It and I Dream were timeless. But in the end, they just seemed poorly managed as their potential and talents were clearly wasted. 4 years of nothing, and then the disbandment news happened and the girls moved on after their contracts finally expired. I wish the girls all the best in their future endeavors. It's not often that you find out a group had disbanded because of a member's scandalous relationship with a staff member. But 13 of the 14 members saw it out and got the fuck out real quick after that tea blew up. That shit burned. Such a shame though, because I loved Compass a lot. I wish another company picked up the boys. They had the talent, but the dreams were gone in an instant. But I do wonder if the boys were soured by the industry and seized the opportunity to move on. Who knows, really? But, that tea though, man. Oh my god, that was some spicy shit. Can I just say 2020 sucked? Alright, that's it. Another group ruined by the pandemic. NeonPunch only gave us 2 title tracks before the COVID thing took over. Tic Toc was slept on, and the K-pop community as a whole slept on them real hard. The pandemic most certainly shook the industry, and I hope the girls are able to overcome the setback and still fulfill the dreams in the end. Sometimes you have to wonder what goes on behind the scenes in the overall treatment of artists. Z-Clown had some notable songs in their run, and I personally loved Justice a lot back in 2014. And to hear about them disbanding after 3 years was a shock to many. However, the former leader Rome gave us insight about trouble brewing through his Instagram at the time, and it might have been for the best, sadly. Rome now goes by his birth name Christian Yu and his new stage name DPR Ian, and seems to have a new musical path to be on. And while many of us were disappointed to see Z-Clown disband, we can only hope that the new beginnings that they went on were for the better. This group had a lot of buzz when they debuted. We Are a Bit Different was spitting fire straight out of the gate, and fans were like, oh shit, my wig has been burnt up, oh my god, what's going on, it's spitting fire! Anyways, sad to say that the girls only had 2 title tracks in their run, and it appeared that there were issues behind closed doors. And after a merger between companies, EvoL was effectively disbanded after 3 of the members' contracts were terminated upon the transition. What a terrible demise, because we were all rooting for them. That fire they set was doused by the folks who failed at giving the groups the support they needed to keep that fire hot. After party, yeah. Say la 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 la. 불 붙여, yeah. 불 붙여. Showtime, showtime. 바람 불 것처럼 터져, baby. Don't stop, don't stop. Here we go again. Another group by 2020 shitstorm. This group had a very unfortunate start with the passing of their member Donghyun. May he rest in peace. But the group managed to release a handful of songs in their short run, and I really rather liked Showtime too. As we all know, the world was hurt by the financial burden put upon us with the pandemic, and Spectrum's company was forced to disband the group with the worsening situation. In the K-pop world in the early 2010s, companies capitalized on the Japanese market and shipped their groups off to the country for the promotions. Rainbow was one of those, and for a bit, the Korean market didn't see them for, a bit. They left for Japan in 2011, and we didn't see a full group return until 2013. And well, a lot happened in K-pop while they were gone. I mean, come on, Gangnam Style, hello. The group continued on, but never reached the same success they had in their early days. Too many groups fell victim to this trap of neglecting the domestic market, only to sadly disband when the time was up. Rainbow never got the music show win in the end that they so deserved, and while they left us with some amazing bops, they were just another DSP group poorly handled. What pisses most of us off about their disbandment is that these boys did nothing wrong. They just got caught up in a scandal caused by greed. The boys were shown to be very successful with Flash, and that's all we were able to get out of their very unfortunate short run. The management companies could never reach an agreement, but the fact that IZ*ONE was miraculously able to continue on goes to show that X1 could still have 2, despite the damage to their image. Such a sad end to what could have been a very powerful group. Well, that's it for today, folks. Share below which K-pop group disbandments angered you. Be sure to check out my first 2 videos to this series if you haven't already. As always, thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications. While you're here, check out many more of my K-pop videos on all kinds of topics, and see you next time.